Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. And today we're going to be looking at a brand new product, and that is Ultimate Free Choice. This is something that I'm making a review on before I actually receive the package, because I watched the tutorial that I got access to before actually the package arriving, and I was so blown away by the method that I was like, I already have what I need at home to make this, so let me make it. And it's just phenomenal. So I couldn't wait another week or so for the thing to come at my house to show you the packaging and what you're getting, because it's just so incredibly good that I think you just need to know about it. So having said that, let's roll the intro and get straight into it. Perfect, so you decide to stick around, which means you want to learn more about Ultimate Free Choice. So what is Ultimate Free Choice? Ultimate Free Choice is an effect where a spectator will make all the decisions and land on a single card, and you have predicted the card that they will choose from the very beginning. Now I'm going to do a small performance here for you, just so you get to see a bit of what the effect looks like. There are live performances on YouTube as well with real spectators, so I encourage you to go look at that as well. But in terms of performance, you would remove a deck of cards, and you're going to tell your spectators that what you're going to do is you're essentially going to choose a card by not choosing it, which is the contrary of all other magic effects before. So you're going to explain that to them. So essentially what you're doing is you tell a spectator, just say stop as I go through, stop here. So this card we will not use. So the 5 of spades, we will be not using it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this 50 other times until we're left with one card, which is going to be our selection. Are you ready? Okay, no, I'm joking. So just put your hand in the middle and just take a bunch of card out. So let's say they remove all this. You say, perfect. So all of these we will not use. Now what we're going to do is I'll just deal cards onto the table just like this. And I just want you to say stop. Stop. Okay. Do you want me to eliminate the cards on the table or the cards that I have in my hand? Which ones do you want to eliminate? Let's say they say in my hand. You say, okay, cards in the hand are gone. We're now left with just a few cards on the table. What I want you to do is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Name any number from 1 to 7. Let's say they go for 3. Say, do you want me to count from here or here? You want me to count from here? 1, 2, 3. Now, do you want me to just eliminate this card or this card and everything after? Let's say they say this card and everything after. Everything there is discarded. You're left with 2 cards now. You ask them, so now what I want you to do, this is the final choice. You're going to pick up both cards and you're going to hand one to me. Let's say they hand this one to me. I say, perfect. So you could have picked the Ace of Diamonds, but you decided on that card. Completely fair. And this is a side note in the performance. This is how fair it is every single time. It is phenomenal. Then you go into your pocket and you say, look, inside of my pocket, I actually have here a prediction of a card. And you could have chosen any card that you wanted, and I predicted that you're going to choose the 10 of hearts. And you could have ended up on any card, and that is the 10 of hearts. And then people usually are like, oh, that's interesting. But every single time that I've performed, they say, but we kind of saw what you had in your pocket. They kind of say it in that. This is what I love. This is the best moment. And to the creator, kisses to you. Everyone says it as kind of they feel bad, and they say, oh, you saw that. Well, actually, you're right. I did have extra cards in my pocket, and I actually think that there's one more. I did actually have extra cards in my pocket, but that one was a 10. That one was a 10. All of the cards in my pocket were 10s. And that is the effect. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick performance of Ultimate Free Choice. And I kid you not, so I did this for you right now, as I would do to any spectator, and that is how clean it looks with every single spectator. Okay, so that is really how clean it looks. I didn't fake it for the video or try and do it easier for the video so that it plays more nicely or anything like that. That is legitimately how it looks, and now I am fully reset to perform the effect again for the next table. So that is Ultimate Free Choice. Where do you buy this? How much does it cost? And what do you get? So you can buy this directly from Vanishing Ink, or you can buy it from any associate magic dealers. What you're going to pay for this is 25 USD, which is very cheap, which is around 33 Canadian dollars. And what you're going to get with your purchase, again, I don't have it with me because I really wanted to get this review out for you because of how good this effect is. You're going to get a small box. Inside of the box, you're going to get the cards that are going to go in your pocket. So you're going to get a bunch of these cards. You're going to get an envelope, which is going to help you if you want to do the open prediction style effect, where you take an envelope, you place it on the table, you do the same effect, but instead of it being in your pocket with the small gag, you just immediately take the envelope, you dump out, you show there's only one card and it's going to be the card if you want to do it that way. Personally, I think the touch of having those multiple cards in the pocket is one of the best additions to these plot that I've seen in a very long time. So that is something that you're going to get. And you're also going to get a standard deck that is not gimmicked, which is also a bonus, is that if you know how this works, you can basically just make up as many of them as you want at home with things that you probably have. So there's not gimmick. There's no gimmick cards in here. You can immediately, after you perform the routine, go into any routine that you want. So you don't have to hide any gimmicks, or there's no sticky stuff, there's no rough and smooth, there's nothing here to be seen. So it's just a normal deck of cards and the cards in your pocket. There's nothing else here. There's no switching in and out. There's nothing like that. It is a normal deck. So you're going to get that as well. And on top of that, you're going to get 2 tutorial videos. You're going to get one that is 25 minutes long, that has a live performance and the explanations of everything for the effect and how to make it seem as clean as I did, or as clean as you've seen in the trailer almost every single time. I've performed this as of now 5 times, and every 5 times I've gotten the best outcome. There are outcomes out there that will require you to change a bit of the language, but again, it's not major. You're not really changing what the effect is. You're just playing around with it, and he goes over all the different things that you may want in that regard. Additionally, he's going to teach you in the bonus video how to do it with in the hands, so without a table. So he's going to teach you how to do the effect in the hands. He's going to teach you how to ring in some cards if you want, or how to ring them out if you don't want them in the deck. You can have them in the deck. As I said, it's not going to cause an issue whatsoever. But if you feel maybe you don't want them, you can remove them from the deck. Easily tells you how to do that. He's also going to tell you if you want to do this with a borrow deck. If someone has a borrow deck and you have what you need ready for it, he tells you how you can do it like that. And he also tells you how you can shuffle the deck beforehand if you want, or a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so yeah, that is everything that you get with your purchase of Ultimate Free Choice. And I do want to say that there is no stack here or anything like that, or whatever, okay? So now that we've covered all of that, let's get into the difficulties. How difficult is this to perform? This is super easy to perform. You watch the tutorial once, and if you've been in Magic just for a slightly long period of time, I'd say like a year or two, and you know some of the main principles of Magic, this is instant. You can do this instantly. Even if you are a beginner, I think you'll have to play around a bit with your language and make sure that you deliver the scripting pretty well. But if you're able to do that, I'm not kidding, this is incredibly easy. It's pretty much almost self-working because the spectators do almost everything for you. So it is incredibly easy to perform. And as I said, most of the time you're going to perform this, you're going to get the brilliant outcome almost every single time. And yeah, it's fantastic in that regard as well. So difficulty, super easy to do. In terms of practicality now, let's talk about what you need to have with you in order to perform. You need a regular deck of cards and the cards inside of your pocket that you're going to use for the prediction. So that is pretty much all that you need. So everything fits in a pocket and you'll be able to perform the effect all night if you want to, okay? So pretty easy and pretty light on carrying capacity. In terms of angles, the angles for the effect are 360 degrees. In terms of repeatability, you can repeat the effect, and if you want, once you know the method, you can basically repeat it with any card that you want. So once you know the method, you could do this non-stop if you have what you need, or you can buy extras. They're pretty cheap. You can essentially perform this with how many cards as you want. So if you want, you can literally do this with 52 cards, right? So you can ring in and out the final reveal however you want, okay? So that is a definite big bonus for the effect, is that it's not just one outcome, so it's going to change, and you can also change them regularly if you want. In terms of needing a table, it is better with a table in my opinion. I think the effect is a lot better, but you can also do it in the hands. In terms of reset, the reset, as you saw, took me around 3 to 5 seconds. It's a very quick reset to get back and going. You can perform it also, as I said, with a normal deck. And lastly is repeatability, which I've covered, is that you can perform it multiple times at different tables. Okay, you can, as at a different table, you will have to come back later, but it is repeatable at different tables, no problem whatsoever regarding that. Okay, so now that we've discussed all of this, where would you perform this effect? I think that this effect excels in casual parlor cabaret stage performances where you actually have a placemat. I think it works very well and beautifully on a table. However, you can also do it standing up, which basically opens up every single scenario for you to be able to perform this effect. Close up, casual, table hopping, mix and mingle, serious scenarios like corporate gigs, parlor shows, cabaret shows, stage shows, wherever you want, you can perform this effect as long as you have the cards in your pocket and for the final reveal, or you don't even need the cards in the pocket. If you prefer the envelope, I personally don't. I feel the pocket gag is so much better. But, you know, if you just want to do the envelope, you don't even need the cards in your pocket. You just need the envelope and a deck of cards and you're good to go. Okay? So performance-wise, you can do it pretty much anywhere. So now that we've covered this, let's get into the positives and negatives. What are the negatives of Ultimate Free Choice? And there are none. There are no negatives with this effect. I can't think of one. It is so fun to do, so good, so fooling. And yeah, it's just fantastic. So what are the positives on the other hand? One, it's super light to carry around. It's easy to do. It's practical. It's fun to perform. It's fooling. It's brilliant in its execution. The tutorial is great. When I'm going to get my package, you know, the envelope looks to be really well made. Everything looks to be great. You can change the cards in and out, which means that you're not always stuck with the same outcome. It's also, you know, the reset is quick. You can do it in the hands, off the hands. You can perform it pretty much anywhere. It's just phenomenal. And before I actually tell you if I recommend this to you or not, the first time that I've performed this was for some of my harshest critics, which are my parents. And they're so used to seeing magic that most of the time they're like, oh, that was cool. Oh, that's a nice effect. Oh, that was interesting. This is the first time I think I'm not even kidding, in 3+ years that they've actually had a jaw drop moment for a magic effect. My dad is my harshest critic. He's been following me in magic since I was 8. He knows pretty much how everything works. He's like Penn and Teller, basically. Like even the most fooling effect that I know he's not going to know. He's like, oh, it uses this, rough and smooth, this. He knows everything. This effect, this is what he told me, and I quote, "This is the best effect that you've performed to me in years." And if that is not enough to sell me on how great this effect is, I don't know what is. And it is fantastic. And the thing is, I did it once and they were like, do it again. I did it again with a different outcome immediately after. And they were like, we just don't understand. This is just one of the best things that you've ever purchased. So because of that, would I recommend this effect? I think it's pretty obvious. I recommend it, yes, times 10. It is fantastic. What do I give it out of 10? I'm giving it a 10. I think it's one of the best card tricks with this plot that's been devised. It is fantastic. It also isn't like other decks where the deck is not examinable. It has a ton of repeating cards, it's etc, etc. It uses a normal deck that you can immediately go into your favorite routines in right after you perform it. Phenomenal, fantastic. I don't have anything else to say. It is just one of the best effects I think that has been put on the market in a very long time. And for the price, an absolute steal. The only thing is I wish there was just a download option, because as you've seen for me, I bought it and then essentially while waiting for it, I just had everything that I needed at home to start performing it. So I basically just did it by myself, and what I'm getting by the post probably is going to be next week is just going to be extra, you know. So I would have liked a download only option for the effect, but it is what it is. So having said that, I'm giving it a 10 on 10. I think it's fantastic, and I think it deserves all the praise and all the hype it's been getting. And I think that for once, all of the quotes that were provided to the creator are 100% on the money. This is incredible. 10 on 10 from me. If you have any additional questions, leave them down below. If not, I'll see you all in my next review. Have a good one, and bye-bye.